This is a life-changing year, and December, a month to expect the unexpected, which started on November 30th with the lunar eclipse. And now we've got a solar eclipse on the 14th of this month. It's a full solar eclipse. It is a shift in direction. It is part of the shift for the paradigm shift that we are in, and something in you is being transformed. Something in you is being eclipsed. Something in you is being reset. Eclipses are like a reset. So expect the unexpected. There will be changes, and probably in an area of life that it doesn't feel very comfortable for you to change. Communication will be disrupted, as well as relationships, a little tricky around relationships, but change is afoot. Growth is part of change, and you stepping up into the next level of you, what's being reset in you, is going to set you in the right direction for the year to come. Hi, I'm Prema Gurreri, Vedic Astrologer, Consciousness Coach, and welcome to Chart Your Path. Go ahead and click the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any updates. There's so much going on, and feel free to like this and share this as well. Eclipses always come in two, so this is the second one and the last one of the year. This has been a big year. We've had 6 eclipses. We usually only have 4. Lots of change has been afoot, as you well know. This will not be visible in the northern hemisphere. It will be in the southern hemisphere, or some of the parts of the southern hemisphere. So be prepared for the unexpected. And the best way to prepare, before I get into exactly what's going on, is to leave yourself some space in your life and take pressure off of yourself and your schedule anywhere you can. It's not a time to pile things on. It's a time to make space, because when a lot of things are shifting, the energy is shifting, it's hard to lean into it and have it be stable underneath your feet. Again, that's why I use the analogy of keep your sea legs on, so that you can actually go with the flow, go with the energy instead of resisting it. And the unexpected does come up during eclipse times, and we're technically in that eclipse time now, from the November 30th, actually the 29th, all the way through the 15th of December. These 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks of these eclipses happening. You want to be able to not feel like you've got too much coming down on you. So again, expect the unexpected, and the best way to do that is make some space and take the pressure off of yourself. You know, your path is a circuitous path, and we'd like it to be from A to B. But in that circuitous path that we go down, our soul is picking up different pieces of ourselves, and the eclipses have a lot to do with that. Represented in the Sacred Wealth Code system as the magician and the mystic. I've got their archetype pictures behind me here, and part of the archetype deck as well, the oracle deck. And they're always asked, these notes of the moon are always asking us to grow in some way. So growth is not always easy, and because this eclipse is happening in Scorpio in Vedic astrology, yes, the sidereal zodiac, this is a fixed placement, and it doesn't like change very much. So some part of you is being called to shift and change, and it's not feeling very comfortable for you. So whether this is in your purpose, your relationships, your wealth in some way, or in your transformation and spirituality, some part of you is wanting, there's changes. And how do you know? Because things are falling out, or unexpected things are happening, or you're feeling tension or pressure or challenged in that area of life. Or it seems like there was energy for something and now there just isn't. That's how you know personally, like how is this actually affecting me? If you do know your ascendant, you can also count the houses in your Vedic astrology chart, and it's in Scorpio, and whatever that house happens to represent for you. But I'm giving you the general forecast here because I'm not looking at your chart. So mark your dates, the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, even through the 16th, because of some other transitions we have going on. Those are days, no big choices, okay? Again, take the pressure off any way you can. Make things lighter in your life, being your schedule, what you eat. So this is what we do during these big changing period of time. So think about if you're traveling heavy or traveling light. If you're traveling heavy, you've got to schlep those 4 or 5 bags. You can't even grab them in one fell swoop. If you travel lighter, you're more nimble, you can move much more quickly and easily. These eclipses are about bringing what's up underneath the surface, and with this being in Scorpio, in Jyeshta Nakshatra, and almost at the Gandanta point, it is highly transformational. can be very emotional, but the underlying energy is, and with K2, the mystic there, is able to like have a laser and pierce through and get to the devotional quality. Scorpio is deep and secretive and likes to hang out the steamy gullies of the soul, but it's really about transformation at a very deep level and devotion. We just don't want to get stuck in the negative emotions. So some of the things I want you to watch out for are drama. I want to invite you to really watch out for toxic emotions. Don't jump into, arguments with people. Communication, especially around relationship, could be challenged during this time. But this is a very devotional placement, and it's going to bring your shadow up to the surface. And as it's bringing those beliefs up to the surface, you also have with this eclipse the emotional courage to get in there and dig around and find out what are those beliefs that are driving these difficult emotions. What are these beliefs that are driving this drama, and be able to laser right through to the truth, as long as you don't get hung up in the dramatic show. So if that shows up for you or for the people around you, you want to sink deeper. You want to take the time to drop into your heart. You want to take the time to sit in meditation, get quiet. It's harder to get aligned when you're around a lot of people or around a trigger, and triggers will be up. It's much easier to get aligned when you take a step back. Then you get closer to source and connect in with your heart and the truth of who you are. This is where the Honorable Warrior rules in, and that's also in the Sacred Wealth Code Archetype system. The spiritual warrior, Mars is a spiritual warrior and rules this placement. And because of that, needs to sort of fight the good fight. But the good fight here is internal. It's a spiritual fight. So if you're blaming and perceiving something's outside of yourself, whoa, take a step back, turn that inward. What part of you is reacting? That's where you need to look into your shadow, and you need to take a closer look at what are you reacting to? Why is that going? Something's breaking down so that something else can grow and be transformed during this time. Breakdown always precedes breakthrough. This is where the sun, the moon, and the earth all line up and give you a reset. Something's being eclipsed. If you can't see something clearly, or again, it feels like it's challenging or falling out, it's being eclipsed. It needs a reset. Let it fall away. Take a step back. You want to go underneath it. It's not what it appears to be, and get to the truth. And one of the best ways to do that is to drop into your heart. I'm going to do this quick little practice with you. I do this with all my clients, and I do this in all my processes, my belief clearing processes, meditations, and trainings. We'll do this very quick. Put your hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Yep, close your eyes. You need to tune this world out and take a deep, full breath. Breathe into your heart. Your mind is an amazing tool. Your heart is your wisdom. It's the doorway to your soul. It's the connection with all possibilities. Take a deep breath into your heart. And wherever you're feeling challenge or struggle or breakdown in your life right now, I want to invite you to ask yourself this backdoor question to your soul and let it go right into your heart. If I really tell myself the truth about this area of life, about this challenge, about where you're feeling pressure, what might that truth be? If I really tell myself the truth, what am I afraid of here? What's my block here? And what am I afraid of losing? Because this eclipse is about letting go and releasing. So whatever comes up for you, write that down. And that's what you want to work with. And maybe you have a whole list. I'd love to hear what came up for you. Put that in the comments below. What came up for you? What are you working with? If you are wondering, how do I work with this? There's lots of ways to work with this. And I want to invite you also, you'll see in the links below that I have a free class for you on transforming your fear. Also one for breaking through your shadow. So check out the links below to the free classes. And if you're wondering what one of your Sacred Wealth Code archetypes is, you can take my free quiz. The link is below. Or you can go ahead and get a Sacred Wealth Code reading or a Soul Success Map reading and really understand what's going on for you in this deep time of change and what's up for you for this next year. Okay, so the energy is building. You're feeling the pressure of all of this, and take the pressure off. Now there's some other things that are going on during this time that make this very complex. Venus is involved, Mercury is involved, so we've got the artist, the communicator, even the merchant involved. We've got the connector, we've got the connector, yes, and we also have, they're moving through this Gandanta point. I won't geek out on you about that, but it is a place that's very liminal. It is a place of great transformation. So there's opportunities during this eclipse and the days before and after. There's opportunities for new creative ideas to drop in, new opportunities to drop in as well, if you're willing to let go of whatever's holding you back or whatever just doesn't serve you anymore. It is a very creative time. So here are the tools I want you to do in order to fortify yourself during this time is, again, take the pressure off, make more space in your life and your schedule, get into whatever your spiritual practice is. You need to meditate, contemplate, get out in nature, do your yoga, exercise to burn off that extra tension if you've got that. If you're not feeling like up and happening because you're in the northern hemisphere and this has got you kind of depressed, you need to get moving and get out into any light that's out in the light of the day. And you need to tune into your heart and you need to tell yourself the truth. And then you've got to work with those beliefs and move those beliefs along. So I want to invite you to just really watch out for the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, and even the 17th. This is just a really transformational time. Get out a creative project. Again, sink into your spiritual practice. And then the 21st, we have the big alignment between Saturn and Jupiter. This is bringing the guru, the visionary, the teacher, down into, it's in Capricorn in the mundane, but we're going to bring it into an exact alignment on the solstice. I'll be bringing you an update for that, so stay tuned. I'm even do a live at that point and do a meditation and everything for that. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell notification so you don't miss that. I love to serve you in every way possible I can to make it through these transformations, these transitions, these big shifts. We are in a paradigm shift and each and every one of us matters, and every choice that we make is part of the collective turning that we have going on right now. Last transit I want to leave you with is Mars is going to finally move into Aries. We're going to start the year in a much more productive way. We're going to feel like we can finally move forward with a lot of our ideas, our passions, and feel productive about it. But it is also going to go through one of these very transformational points between the 22nd and the 26th. Write that down, the 22nd and the 26th. It's Christmas time for those of you who celebrate Christmas. This is not a time to, okay, get productive, not till after the 26th. During this time, again, it's a very spiritual opening, so open up. Open up during that time. Again, more meditation, open up to what's coming through. Devotion to spiritual practice, whatever your spiritual practice is the best thing that you can do during any great shift, because then the opportunities can come through. You can work through what's holding you back. This is strong, passionate, productive energy coming in. We all need that coming in to the new year. I'll be bringing you updates about 2021. We also have a full moon at the end of the month on the 30th. That's really going to be working with our perceptions, and I'm going to bring you some more information about that. So I want to thank you so much for being here. I'd love again to hear what's coming up for you, where you're feeling challenged to shift and also what are the new ideas you have? What are you stepping out with in 2021? Is that a new project? Is that a new business? Are you finally moving your gifts out into the world in a new way? I want to hear about that. Okay, like, subscribe, and please share this. So much love to you.